Wait. Wait, you're the actual creator? Flats, you know, I was genuinely excited for Overwatch to get a fishing minigame on the new map, and then they showed it off on Twitter, and it's just shooting fish and models out of the spawn then fly out. I am so unbelievably disappointed and angry for the amount of times that we have been debated. I can't believe I fell for one of the classic Blizzard lies again. First it's the support role changes, now it's the imaginary fishing minigame, next is the entire PvE campaign. Wait, no, wait, be honest, did you actually start this pasta? There's no way. You got Metro to tweet. I saw Metro, dude, I saw the tweet this morning. I saw the tweets. Dude, I didn't stream yesterday. And I was like, dude, I feel like I had seen that somewhere. I thought it was like a forum, God, that is something out of the forums. I thought it was a forum post. But okay, all right, hold on. This is actually a perfect time to transition. This is actually awesome. Okay. I didn't stream yesterday, so I'm a little bit behind. But Aaron Keller, actually, hang on, let me show you the tweet. Hang on, let me be professional here. Aaron Keller posted this. Hey, y'all. We've had a new post up on the Overwatch website. It'll be diving into several topics related to maps and level design, including map pools. Check it out. I heard a little something about this, so I'm excited. Dude, I feel like all the things I've talked about recently are coming true, and like I don't know if that's just a good sign of they're listening to community feedback, or I just had a hot streak recently. I don't know what it is, but I hope you'll see what I mean in a second. Director's take, mapping out the future. Hi all, we're back a little earlier than we had originally planned. This is a bonus dev chat. Which, by the way, if you haven't noticed this week, they've been going absolutely bonkers. We've had like 7 blog posts. We're going to mostly focus on maps and level design this go around. Off we go. Map pools. You were right. We were wrong. Oh my God. Oh, map pools are going away starting in season 4. Oh, praise. Oh, dude, the lights. We're finally approaching the end of the darkness. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. As much as I love to read that, it never really truly is supposed to be a right versus wrong thing. We just want what's best, man. That's all I want. I just want what's best. And it sucks because I want to praise things that I think are good, like this, and then I'm more critical and harsh towards things that are bad. And it's hard for people to understand that you can flip between the two opinions because they're like, oh, you're always so negative. Oh, you always are like, you always praise the devs. You should praise good work and be critical of bad work or things that you don't agree with. That's the whole point. And so things like this, like map pools, where we got stuck playing push, you know, once every 3 games and the same 3 push maps, and 2 out of 3 of them aren't fun. Though that's feedback to be like, hey, like we want the game to be better. So honestly, I'm psyched already. We just started. We aim to provide a bit of freshness each season and concentrate the number of maps that people were playing. However, player sentiment around map pools was pretty low. The map roster doesn't have enough maps where we truly needed them, and the impact they had on seasonal identity was fairly low. Additionally, the cadence for maps leaving and returning to the pool didn't align with the time it took to make changes to the maps. Gibraltar was supposed to return in Season 4, but the playtesting and iteration we were doing for the maps started calling that deadline into question. There's the possibility that we bring map pools back in the far future when we have a lot more maps in the game. If we were to bring them back, they would probably rotate at a faster rate, potentially every week. That would actually be kind of goated. I think that if they truly wanted to do map pools, that would probably have been the way to do it. I still think map pools aren't a great idea, but that is much better. If you hate this idea, set a reminder for 2 years from now and let us know. What's today? February 4th. We'll have a video to date it. Somebody loop back in 2 years. Someone remember this, because I ain't gonna be the one. I can barely remember what I had for breakfast this morning. Map frequency. Some players seem to think that we set a frequency of maps in the pool higher for new maps in game modes. Okay, I'll be honest. I'm a conspiracy theorist. I'm not as far of a conspiracy theorist as like Jay or Samito, but I am definitely a conspiracy theorist. The example we hear a lot is that Colosseo comes up much more frequently than other maps. We don't have any special code that prefers one map to another. However, it's not entirely random. We have been looking into this based off of player reports, and there is a detail of the matchmaking system that does elevate push maps a bit more. Wait, the conspiracy theorists were right! Dude, they were right! They were actually right! Oh my god. Oh my god, they were actually right! The matchmaker tries to avoid people playing the same map as well as the game mode over a short period of time. Since push has fewer maps than other game modes, this could cause those maps to come up more frequently than game modes with more maps. That's so interesting. I mean, it makes sense though, math-wise. We're looking into a way to mitigate this, targeted for a future season. This is even more important considering that we have another new game mode with new maps scheduled for a seasonal release later this year. Wait, new game mode. Okay, Pog. Do you ever spawn on defense in Gibraltar right before the first checkpoint is reached and wonder whether you'll get back to your team alive without getting caught outside of spawn? Wait a minute. Oh, so on defense, you know how like you spawn underneath and you gotta go up the stairs and go around? You never make it out. Like, you never make it out. Teams always push up and punish you. This problem has gone on too long. We've looked into level design changes to fix this problem in several maps, and we'll probably use that in a few places, but those have the probability of opening new flank routes for the offense that we'd prefer to avoid. So we're talking about solutions that don't necessitate map changes. This probably won't hit Season 4, but it's in the works. Interesting. Interesting. So how do I feel about this? It's both good and bad, because I think it is somewhat of a skill that when you cap point, you immediately push forward to try to like capitalize on late spawns and take map positioning. And something like on Gibraltar second is one of the hardest points in Overwatch to attack, right? Like when the other team sits high ground and you either have to push high ground to push them out and you can't contest cart. Like there's so many things that make it very, very hard to take. And like Widowmaker and Hanzo and Ashe and, you know, even Soldier and Winston like dominate that second point. It's so hard to take that in high elo, the meta to break second is to cap first, push through really, really fast to take map positioning, hopefully catch a spawner or two, then hold close, like right against the door, like hold on the top of ship, whatever. So it's tough for them to retake. Because that whole time you're pushing cart, you make it one fight. And if you make it one fight, you speed run the whole map and you're good to go. But if they have time to set up and they choke you out, you could sit there for 4.5 minutes. And it's really, really, really tough to take. Especially in 5v5. Because the question of who pushes the cart is actually like a very interesting question nowadays. Because it used to be the off tank a lot of times would default to go push cart. Unless like both tanks are holding forward for a very specific reason. But now there isn't like a support's gonna go hold it. That's kind of spooky. A DPS, well, they're not gonna have the sight lines they need for the fight then. You know, a tank, but your tank needs to hold their space. If you don't have the tank holding forward, you're screwed. So it's a much harder question, but but it's also nice to not get spawn killed when you spawn in on second point. So I can see both sides of it. Anyways, one last non-map related item. We heard from players that event challenges focus too heavily on playing the event's game mode. We've changed our values here. We're shifting direction to include some more challenges that let you play the way you prefer while still introducing event game modes. Some of the event challenges will reflect these changes in Season 3. We'll continue to monitor this and change it in the future if it doesn't feel right. Actually, really good. Actually, like this is just an awesome Aaron Keller dev blog. Like there's some things that are interesting, like this thing is interesting, but like I'm not like against it. I'm just like weighing both options, you know? And I'm not against weekly map pools. Like I'm willing to look at it and like, yeah, you know, like let's give it a shot. If you really think it's like something that might be useful, like, sure, I'm down. Let's try it. There's like nothing in here that's like bad, which is awesome. It feels like they've been really listening and taking feedback recently. And season 3 is a scary season because there's no new hero. And as a creator, obviously towards the end of season 2, you see everything kind of start slowing down. And I'm sure game numbers reflect that somewhat as well, because Apex has a new season, Valorant has a new season, you know, Fortnite has a new season. Like all the free-to-play games where gamers go to those things and like they ebb and flow between, like, you know, they're not loyal to one game a lot of time. The numbers probably reflect that. Season 3 probably is going to be the hardest season to bring players back, so they're really tackling player issues with this season, and that gives me a lot of hope. So really good article. I'm glad map pools are gone though. Seriously, like, it's giving me a breath of fresh air to be able to play Numbani again. Oh my god, there's going to be Overwatch. Wait a minute. There's going to be tons of Overwatch players that have never even seen Numbani. Havana? Nobody cares about Havana. But like, there's going to be people that don't understand how to attack Numbani first. Dude, we might have to make a guide on how to attack Numbani first because people aren't going to understand. Okay, listen, I actually don't mind Havana. I'm kind of half memeing. The only reason I said that is because Havana is a Widowmaker-dominated map. And Widowmaker plus Sojourn in this meta. Oh, please, man. I can't do it. I can't do it. So, anyways, though, good dev blog. Looking forward to season 3. Even if it's only a new map, I'm glad that they're taking a lot of steps to make the game better. So, good stuff.